Hello, and welcome to Chill Chat English. My name is Eric, and I am so happy to have you here with me today. This is the podcast for learners who want to speak English with more confidence, more flow, and more joy. I will speak slowly, and I will speak very clearly. You do not need to stress. You do not need to rush. You just need to listen, relax, and let the sounds of English enter your mind naturally. Before we start, let me tell you a quick, funny story. A few years ago, I decided to learn a new language. I bought a huge, heavy textbook. It was full of list after list of grammar rules. I sat at my desk every night for 2 hours. I memorized the rules. I did the worksheets. I passed the little tests. I thought, wow, I am doing so well. But then I went to a coffee shop where people spoke that language. I wanted to order a simple hot chocolate. I stood in line. My heart started beating fast. Is this the past tense? Is this the right word, order? I kept asking myself. When it was my turn, the barista looked at me, smiled, and said, "Hello, what would you like?" And do you know what I did? I froze. My mind went completely blank. I just pointed at a picture on the menu, mumbled something, and felt so embarrassed. Have you ever felt like that? If you have, I want you to know something very important. It is not your fault. The traditional way of studying, what I call Plan A, focuses on tests, not talking. So today, we are going to use Plan B. Plan B is our alternative, warm, and stress-free way to make English a natural part of your real life. To help us do this, I have a very simple 3-step sandwich plan for today's episode. First, I will explain why your brain freezes when you try to speak. Second, I will teach you a fun echo game called shadowing, and we will practice it together. Third, I will give you 5 incredibly simple, almost lazy habits that take only 5 minutes a day. And finally, I will give you a tiny fun challenge to try after this episode. Are you ready? Let's begin. Let us look at that big problem. Why do we freeze when we want to speak? In school, we are taught that language is like history or science. We think we have to study it, memorize the facts, and never make mistakes. But language is actually more like playing soccer or learning to play the guitar. It is a physical habit. When you try to think about grammar rules while you are talking, you are putting a giant brain block in your own way. Your brain gets super busy trying to translate words from your native language to English, then checking the grammar, and then worrying about pronunciation. By the time you do all that, the conversation has moved on. You feel slow, and you feel stressed. Think of your brain like a cozy house. When you are relaxed, happy, and having fun, the front door of your house is wide open. When you hear English, the words walk right through the door and sit down comfortably on the sofa. Your brain absorbs the language naturally. But when you are anxious, stressed, or afraid of looking silly, a big, heavy security door slams shut. Even if you are listening to beautiful English, the words cannot get inside the house. Your brain physically blocks them because of the stress. Traditional language classrooms often slam that security door shut. They focus too much on red ink, grades, and correcting every tiny mistake. But on Chill Chat English, we want that door to be wide open. We want you to feel totally safe. Mistakes are not bad things. Mistakes are actually wonderful. They mean you are trying, you are playing, and you are learning. So, let your shoulders drop. Take a deep breath in and let it out. Your brain door is open. Now, we are ready to truly learn. Now, let us talk about our first major tool in Plan B. It is a simple game called shadowing. Think of a shadow on the ground. When you walk, your shadow walks. When you wave your hand, your shadow waves its hand. It does exactly what you do at the exact same time. So, in English practice, shadowing just means you listen to a speaker and you repeat exactly what they say, almost at the same time. You do not stop the music or the audio. You do not try to write the words down. You do not translate the words in your head. You simply copy the sounds, the speed, the feeling, and the rhythm of the speaker. Just like a friendly echo. Why is this so amazing? Because speaking a language is a physical skill. Your mouth has muscles. Your tongue, your lips, and your vocal cords need physical exercise to get used to the unique shapes of English sounds. Shadowing trains your mouth muscles. It is like gym class for your tongue. When you play this echo game often, you stop translating in your head. You start speaking in whole blocks of natural sound. Let us try it together right now. I will say a short sentence very slowly. I want you to repeat it immediately after me. Try to match my voice, my friendly tone, and my speed. Let's do the first one. Listen and speak. I want to speak English with confidence. Now, you try. Repeat after me. I want to speak English with confidence. Wonderful. Let's try another one. Listen carefully. I listen to English every single day. Now, it is your turn. Repeat after me. I listen to English every single day. Excellent. Let's do one more. This one is a bit longer, but you can do it. Listen. Shadowing helps my mouth feel relaxed and natural. Now, your turn. Repeat after me. Shadowing helps my mouth feel relaxed and natural. How did that feel? If you felt a little bit silly, or if your tongue felt a bit twisted, that is completely normal. It just means your mouth muscles are working hard. You do not even need to understand every single word you are saying when you shadow. The goal is not to pass a reading test. The goal is to make your ears, your brain, and your mouth work together as a happy team. If you do this for just 5 minutes a day while walking or washing dishes, you will be amazed at how much smoother and more natural your speaking becomes. Now, let us move to the best part of today's lesson. How can we make English a natural part of our day without spending hours studying at a desk? I have 5 incredibly simple, almost lazy habits for you. You can do these while you are boiling water for tea, walking to the bus, or sitting on the sofa. Habit number 1. Play English as background music. We all know we need to listen to a lot of English. But many people play a podcast while they are working or studying, and they don't listen at all. Instead of doing that for hours, just try active listening for 5 short minutes. Pick a very short part of a podcast, just 5 minutes. On your first listen, just relax and try to get the general idea. Don't worry about spelling or grammar. On your second listen, read the transcript if you have it, and circle 1 or 2 interesting words. On your third listen, try to shadow or echo the words. Just 5 minutes of this focused practice is worth more than 3 hours of just playing English in the background while you sleep. Habit number 2. Whisper to yourself. Do you always translate words in your head? Let's break that habit by thinking directly in English, one tiny thought at a time. You can start with super simple thoughts during your day. When you wake up, look out the window and whisper in your mind. It is morning. I am sleepy. I want coffee. When you walk outside, look around and think. The sky is blue. The air is cold. I see a cute dog. During your workday, you can think, I am tired. I want to go home. What is for dinner? These are tiny, basic thoughts, but they do something magical. They connect your real life directly to English words without using your native language as a middleman. Habit number 3, the phone language hack. Think about this. How many times do you look at your phone every day? 50 times? 100 times? Let's turn your phone into a quiet, friendly English teacher. Go to your phone settings right now and change the language of your phone to English. At first, it might feel a little bit strange, but very quickly, your brain will learn real, useful words. You will see words like settings, notifications, brightness, download, and delete every single day. You do not need to study these words. Your brain will just absorb them because you see them in real life over and over again. Habit number 4, the 3-sentence diary. Writing is a great way to prepare your brain for speaking, but you do not need to write long, difficult essays. Every night before you sleep, open a small notebook or the Notes app on your phone. Write exactly 3 simple sentences about your day. For example, today was a busy day. I had lunch with a good friend. We ate delicious pasta. Or, it rained this morning. I stayed inside and read a book. I felt very cozy. This takes only 2 minutes, but it trains your brain to build sentences using words that actually belong to your real life. Habit number 5. Record a 1-minute voice note. This is my absolute favorite trick for fluency. At the end of your day, open the voice recorder on your phone. Press record and talk to yourself in English for exactly 1 minute. Talk about anything. Talk about your plans for tomorrow, your feelings, or what you ate today. For example, hello, today was okay. I worked hard. Tomorrow, I want to go to the park because the weather will be warm. Do not worry about mistakes. No one else will ever hear this recording. It is your secret, safe space. When you are done, listen to your own voice. Notice where you paused or where you felt stuck. This teaches you exactly which words you need to look up next. And as the weeks go by, you can listen to your old recordings and say, "Wow, look how much better I am speaking now." Now, some of you might ask, "Eric, these habits are wonderful, but how do I remember new words without forgetting them? And how do I practice speaking when I am totally alone?" I have two fun, high-tech answers that fit perfectly into Plan B. First, let us talk about memory. Most students study by looking at a list of words over and over. They look at the dog, el perro, again and again. But this is a very lazy way for the brain to learn. Your brain gets bored because the answer is right there in front of your eyes. Instead, play the no peeking game. Use simple flashcards, either paper cards or a free app on your phone. Put your native word on the front and the English word on the back. Look at the native word. Close your eyes. Do not peek at the back. Force your brain to search its memory banks to find the English word. When your brain struggles for a few seconds and then finally finds the word, boom! A strong, permanent connection is made. It is like lifting weights. The little struggle is what makes the memory muscle grow. If you do this for just 3 minutes a day, you will never forget your vocabulary again. Second, how do we practice speaking with zero anxiety? We use free AI tools. Today, we have amazing AI apps like ChatGPT. You can turn on the voice mode and talk to it just like a friendly human buddy. But here is the best part. The AI will never judge you. The AI will never laugh at your accent. The AI will never get tired or lose its patience. You can say to the AI, "Please pretend to be a friendly waiter in a coffee shop. I want to practice ordering food. Speak slowly and keep your sentences simple." And then you just talk. If you make a mistake, who cares? It is just a computer. Your stress wall is completely down. This is the perfect playground. You can build your confidence in this safe, private room, and then step out into the real world with a proud, happy smile. Now, let us summarize the main ideas we discussed today. Today, we talked about why traditional methods, or Plan A, often fail because they create an invisible wall of stress in our minds. Then, we introduced Plan B. Plan B is about natural, stress-free learning. We learned about shadowing, the fun echo game to train your mouth muscles. We explored 5 simple daily habits. Active listening with short podcast sections. Thinking in English. One tiny thought at a time. Changing your phone language to English. Writing a quick 3-sentence diary. And recording a 1-minute voice note to see your progress. And finally, we saw how the no-peeking game and AI tools can help you remember words and practice speaking with zero stress. Now, here is your fun, simple assignment for today. Do not close this video and go back to your old routine. Take a tiny action right now. Today, I want you to choose just one sentence from this podcast. It could be, I want to speak English with confidence. I want you to repeat that sentence out loud 3 times, using your best, most confident voice. Then, if you want an extra gold star, change your phone settings to English today. Just these 2 tiny actions will tell your brain, yes, we are on plan B now. We are moving forward. Thank you so much for spending your valuable time with me today on Chill Chat English. I believe in you. I know you can do this. Remember, language is not about perfection. It is about connection. I am Eric. Take care of yourself, stay relaxed, and I will see you in our next slow listening episode. Bye-bye.